Hey, I'm not that fat.
Warning, this podcast may cause uncontrollable laughter, side-eye stares, and questionable life choices. You're listening to The Big Party Show with Big Party and Molly.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
My kids got me this for Mother's Day last year.
Really?
Yeah, it's got a sticker that says, instead of Run DMC, it says Run DOG. What? And so they're like, Mom,
Run
we found...
DOG.
They were so proud of themselves. They're like, we found a cat t-shirt that's in outer space playing a pizza. And I was like, I mean, it's because like instead of a record, it's a big old pepperoni pizza.
Ooh.
So you can scratch it.
Scratch and sniff. Scratch and sniff. You know, they need more scratch and sniff stuff. Remember that stuff growing up? They probably still have it for kids.
They do. Yeah.
They should have it in like, I don't know, magazines more often, you know. I guess they do with the perfumes and stuff like that.
They don't really do perfume ads anymore. So many people pushed back about it.
Why?
Allergies, stuff like that. Like,
really?
So basically,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty potent.
Yeah,
like,
because I used to
not a magazine that had
and rub it on you, right?
sit there with the magazine. Feeling like going out tonight.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time. Yeah, when I didn't have cologne, when I was younger, I think that's what I did for cologne. You always try to get as much as you can out of it, too.
Oh my God. I just imagine when you were like in high school being that guy that like you smelled him before he got there. Like just a cloud of cologne.
I was. I mean, that obsession for men was me. And that was my first cologne. I don't know if it's still out there, but yeah, that. And then it's funny, the other day, some guy was wearing Stetson. And it just, I mean, he was wearing a lot of it. And the reason why I know that is because my father wore it all the time. And it just brought back memories of my father, you know, and I was weird guy smelling him. Yeah.
You're like, Daddy. He's like, get away from me.
Daddy.
He's like, I'm not your daddy.
All right. bpscrasher@gmail.com, or you can leave us a message at 915-0962. That's 402 area code. You can text us, by the way. You don't have to just leave us a message. We'll take text as well. We did get a voicemail from Amy for Molly. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Hey guys, how are you doing? It's good to see you guys are back in your form of podcast and love watching you guys on YouTube. So I have a question for Molly. Molly, you wanted to upgrade your mattress. I have a mattress for you if you're interested. It's the perfect size that you're looking for. It's about 6 years old, has some stains on it, and actually it does have a bit of a scent to it as well. So if you're interested in it, it's no cost. I can get it to you without a problem. Let me know. Again, thanks for doing what you guys are doing. Love listening and love watching. Keep the funny going.
That's fantastic.
Well, that's the second time
Amy,
someone has reached out with some gently used mattresses. What is the story on your mattress anyway? For those of you that don't know, fill everybody in on your mattress.
For the longest time ever, I have been trying to upgrade. We have a queen size mattress. I want a king size mattress. Everyone that I know that's similar age and similar married situation can't believe that I am living in a world where I don't have a king size bed. So I finally got my husband convinced, because he's like impossible to like get on board with new things. And I found a super cool deal on a headboard for a king size bed. And so we were in the market for a king size mattress. And then and then the show disbanded.
That stopped a lot of us on a lot of things on our side as well.
And suddenly a king size mattress wasn't so much of a priority. But here's the rub.
Yeah.
The king size headboard is still in a box in our bedroom on my side of the room.
I remember when you got that. Okay. All right. God.
So every day when I go to bed and every day when I wake up, it's just taunting me in the room. And I finally said to Peter, I was like, can't we move it to your side of the bed? And he's like, no, you got it. And I was like, I got it.
You wanted it. You got it. You know what? So that's kind of the update. You haven't gotten a mattress, and you're not going to take a 6-year-old slightly stained with a scent mattress from Amy.
Probably not. And also, you know, I'm assuming that Amy's probably in Omaha. I am in Chicago. And while she says she will deliver it,
well, she could be in Chicago. She never said, but she could be in Chicago, you know. So you'll take it.
no. If she's in Chicago, she knows she could just put it in an alley.
Yeah.
I always used to send you pictures of, alley mattresses. And my
wet,
favorite
gross.
were always
Ugh.
the ones that had the signs pinned to them or taped to them that said no bed bugs. I was like, well, obviously I'm going to take you at your word.
Oh, yeah. All right,
No
Amy,
false
sorry.
advertising.
I wonder what she meant by there's a scent to it.
I don't want to know. I don't think
Is that
I
a
don't think it's
lovemaking
obsession for
scent?
men.
What is that?
I don't think it's Stetson. I got a pretty
what's
good
funny?
idea.
Last Friday, I had to go pick up a new mattress in Box Spring for Wileen's parents in the truck and deliver it. And so I'm on the phone with you while they're tying this thing to the back of the truck.
I do remember this, yes.
So when with Wileen, I'm already frustrated about some other stuff that was going on. And so I didn't check like you normally do is go check.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the guy and he's kind of giving instructions to this other guy of this kid on how to tie it down. That didn't even cross my mind. I'm like, oh, a learning opportunity for this new employee. We get all the way to Wileen's parents' apartment to drop it off. And I get there, I get out, and there's no box spring. And I'm thinking to myself, how do you mess that up? You forgot to put the box spring into the truck.
Oh,
now I'm thinking I have to drive all the way back and give them the receipt and get the box spring. Well, then I realized the tie down strings were all just dragging on the ground. I'm like, that's weird. So he didn't tie it down well enough. So the box spring, which should have been underneath the mattress because it's the lightest thing, flew off in rush hour traffic. I'm not even thinking nothing. There's cars everywhere behind me. I'm even telling Wileen, this is the busiest road I've been on in a long time. And so I panic. I'm like, oh my God, we have to go find a box spring. And God, what if we got in a wreck? Someone in a wreck. I'm sure I'm sure the traffic's halted.
Please
so
tell me
now
you're
we
still in
drive
the
back
parking lot.
and it was halfway there on the side of the road. So somebody obviously grabbed it, moved it over to the side of the road.
You're like, so we strapped it on the back and delivered it to her parents and said nothing about it being highway road fill.
Oh, no, they knew. They knew because they wanted to know where the box spring was. Yeah. So
You're like, well, it's got some stains and a certain odor, but it'll be fine. You're like, is that motor oil?
Yeah.
Well, it's not obsession for men and it's not Stetson.
It's not Stetson at all. But Amy, thanks for reaching out. Again, you can do that at bpscrasher@gmail. And again, that phone number is 402-915-0962. Today's a big day for you guys, by the way.
Why?
For you and super producer Gracie. Today's actually World Book Day. World Book Day. So you celebrate World Book Day by reading a book.
Okay.
Going to a library. Or you can dress like a character. I thought of you. And like from one of your novels, you can dress. And what are you watching? You're watching some type of, or reading some type of fantasy porn type romantasy stuff?
It's called romantasy. There's not any fantasy porn about it.
Okay, all right.
And I finished it. I read it in like 2 days.
Okay.
Onyx Storm. I'm not going to dress like a dragon rider. I mean, I suppose I could wear my leather jacket and go ahead and go out there like that and tie my hair up in a braid and be like, I ride dragons. Like,
that's how you celebrate it.
They're like, she's obviously been drinking to celebrate World Book Day.
No, yeah. So enjoy it. I don't know. I saw it and I thought of both of you guys. I'm like, all right, I guess the only reason why I thought of Gracie on it, because Gracie had her library card, and I'm assuming that's to read books.
Look at you assuming that. Maybe she likes the periodicals. Maybe she likes to go and see if anybody's used the perfume samples in Cosmopolitan magazine. She's like, I walked in smelling stinky and I'm walking out smelling good.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, enjoy the day.
I wanted to throw out that we did hear from one of our listeners or viewers.
Okay.
We talked last episode about the early bird dance parties, and you made a point of bringing up the fact that they serve a drink called the Hot Flash.
Yeah, it's the most popular drink, the Hot Flash.
Well, it's a shot, apparently.
Uh-huh.
So I heard from PJ Korn 197 OG.
I know him.
Who absolutely spelled out how to make a hot flash.
Oh, really? Okay.
is 1.5 ounces of cinnamon whiskey, 1 ounce of amaretto, and a half an ounce of OJ. And
How
then
does
you
he know?
shoot it. I
How
don't
does
know.
I feel like I don't want to reveal his identity since he
Don't
left
reveal
that.
his identity. If he wanted us to know, he wouldn't have used his handle. If he wanted to put himself on blast, don't dox him as he's like being like, here's the hot flash.
What
But
is
it
it?
reminded
PJ?
me, I'm like, PJ Corn 197 OG.
That's even more disturbing that I know his handle.
I know. You're like, hey. It's like growing up and knowing your friends' phone numbers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this reminded me, not that long ago, my girlfriend and I went to this bar. We met up for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender liked us and was like, hey, a bunch of us are doing this drink. We would like to we'd like to buy you around. We're like, oh, okay. And we said, it's called a lunchbox. Have you ever had a lunchbox?
I don't even know
Okay.
what it would be in a lunchbox.
So it sounds disgusting. And I'm going to
Okay.
tell you the ingredients and then I
Okay.
will tell you. So the key ingredient in a lunchbox is beer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beer, Southern Comfort, amaretto, and orange juice.
I don't know. That doesn't sound too bad.
It's
Isn't
delicious.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Like,
Because
I was because she's like, just to let you know, these are the ingredients. And I have an aversion to Southern Comfort because we played a drinking game in college that had us doing shots of Southern Comfort, and that night did not end well for me. And I have never been able to drink Southern Comfort ever again.
I
It's the
can't drink it
equivalent of
either.
locking somebody in a closet and being like, smoke this pack of cigarettes and you'll never want to smoke another cigarette ever again.
which I wish someone would have done to me a long time ago when I was smoking. But
No,
anyway.
I mean, but it's kind of like one of those things. If you ever want to go off something, just have too much of it. So yes, the lunchbox. I had never had this. Apparently she was saying like at the bar that she worked at, that was like their industry drink. Like,
Okay.
like they had it on Sundays during brunch, which I'm like, that would be a really tasty brunch drink.
Sure.
I just don't know how
Sounds
I would
good.
push it on people. Like, be like, hey, because the minute you say beer and orange juice and Southern Comfort, and I mean, like, it just sounds weird. It
Yeah,
sounds.
the amaretto's kind of hit me too a little bit. I haven't had that in such a long time that I couldn't tell you
I love amaretto.
if it's good or
Amaretto
not.
sours.
Yeah,
So
I guess
this is
amaretto
almost
sours
along
are
the
good.
lines of like an amaretto sour.
Okay.
So it kind of has that, but it's not too crazy sweet. Anyway, it's called the Lunchbox. I
Okay.
highly recommend it if anybody's looking for their next Sunday brunch sip and they're tired of mimosas and Bloody Marys. Give a Lunchbox a try.
Okay, and
wanted
thank
to
you,
throw it out there.
PJ Corn there. PJ Corn in the house.
I do want to try a hot flash now that I love cinnamon whiskey
Yeah.
and I love
try the real
amaretto and I
thing.
like OJ. So
The
why not?
hot flash. I didn't know that. I mean, I just know that they had said, and for those of you that didn't catch the other podcast, how dare you? That was Mondays. We talked about this new phenomenon that's happening around the world. That's gearing towards Gen X women for the most part. Men can be a part of it as well. But basically, these clubs that are opening up at like 5 or 6 and it closes at 10, so you can get home and not feel bad the next day because you have life, you have kids, you have other stuff going on. I guess
You're like, so I hear. I don't
So I
know.
hear.
Whatever you ladies do.
Did you hear about the rude awakening that happened in the overnight on Monday?
No.
Monday
Fill me in.
night. All right. So what happened? First of all, this is the week that the tornado hit Elkhorn last year.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what happened was a storm rolled through, right? Elkhorn area, Bennington, stuff like that. And what happened, and everybody's sleeping. Most people are sleeping, I guess. Well, the tornado sirens went off by accident. It was an accident. So everybody's waking up, freaking out that there's a tornado and what's happening. I mean, I didn't hear it here. I was passed out. I'm in Millard. But I guess
Passed out
everyone
is the key
was sleeping.
phrase. No, passed out's more accurate.
Yeah, so that's got everybody angry a little bit in panic. And there's like people running and grabbing their kids and running into the basement. It's nighttime. That's the worst time you want to hear a tornado siren.
Well, because
is
you can't
at
look up in
night.
the sky.
You can't see anything.
You
Yeah.
can't see anything. Like you can't
How
look up
bad
and be
is
like,
that?
oh, it looks pretty clear. Like must
Yeah.
be an accident. Oh, that's terrifying.
I know. How dare you, Omaha? How dare you? Hey,
Get
did you
better,
see that
guys.
Delta? You see that Delta plane catch on fire?
God, what is going on?
I don't know what's happening, but this thing was going to take off and it caught on fire.
Yeah, it was like at the gate, wasn't it? I mean, it was
on the tarmac. It was about to take off and the engine caught on fire. So they had to get everybody off of the plane. I guess this is the time now that when they give those instructions to you, you should pay attention because it seems like this is happening more and more and more.
Oh, yeah. No, now is the time to not sleep on figuring out where the exits are or what to do. Like, no, everybody's suddenly very interested.
Yeah, should the cabin
flight
fill with
attendant
smoke?
is the most important person. You're like, listen, can I buy you a drink? I mean, not a drink, but like after this, a drink.
Yeah. I mean, so what happened was the smoke, everything went on. They want everyone to exit the flight attendants. That's what they're called, right? I always
use
call
the words. Oh my God. You're like,
waitresses.
yeah, flight attendants. No, they are not. They're flight attendants.
Okay. Not waitresses. Okay. Anyway, people are getting up to exit. Guess what they're doing? Grabbing their carry-ons.
You're not supposed to.
No, all the flight attendants were screaming and yelling to get everybody off the plane. And so people are grabbing all their stuff and holding up the plane as it's filling with smoke. No one knows what's happening. It's on fire. It's evident it's on fire because you can see it.
Yeah.
So would you grab? What would you do? I know we're not supposed to, but just put yourself in the moment and you have your most valuable, some of your valuable stuff is always in your carry-on and you have it up there. Do you tempt to grab it? Even though it'll just take you a second.
No.
But what do you do if somebody else is in front of you grabbing stuff?
No. You say no and you push them.
Push them.
And then you're like, party, stop. Because I know you. And you'll be like, I mean, it's just a second. You're like, seconds count when a plane is on fire, you jackass. It's part of the reason why I wear. No, you got to get out. You got to
get out.
Keep on moving. It's usually why I wear a crossbody bag.
But do you wear it while you're sitting in the plane?
Yeah, because I can put it up on my neck and use it as a rest.
Oh, okay.
So I've like figured out this like hack where I'll just use my Lululemon crossbody and I'll just put it up there, and then it's just resting up by my neck.
Oh.
And you usually have headphones on, whatever, and you're just looking at your phone. So your phone's in your paw. Yeah. And my wraparound is up by my neck. I mean, I have stuff down by my feet, but I wouldn't take a minute to grab it. I'd feel like the biggest jerk in the world. Because next thing you know, watch it on your news. They're like, 2 people died. Apparently they were behind a woman who needed to get her bag out of the overhead. You don't want to be that guy on the news.
Yes. So I think maybe they need to reintroduce that conversation before flight, saying if something should go down and we have to exit the plane, do not grab your carry-on stuff. Do not. I thought they did. I couldn't tell you the last time I paid attention. I zone out when they start talking about things like life vests and stuff like that.
We all got to start staying frosty.
Do you know where the life vest is?
Yeah, you're sitting on it.
Okay, it's underneath your seat, right?
It is the seat cushion.
That's what you wrap around your... No, because they have the thing they put over, the yellow thing, and you're supposed to blow into
it. Flotation device. You're sitting on
it. That's not a seat cushion.
It's in the seat cushion.
Where is it in? Is there like a pocket in there? I haven't
gone fishing around. They usually frown on that, but it comes out during the... Have you ever watched The Talk? They're like, your seat is a flotation device. And then they pull the thing and they show you and they go, doot, 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 doot. Yeah. You're also the person... the best advice on a plane that works for you is that you should put the mask on first. No. And you're like, I'm glad I have permission because I was going to do that anyway. That is the only piece of advice and guidance that you're like, I can get on board with that. So I get the mask first. And
I get the mask first. And then I help whoever else first next.
I'm merely pointing out the fact that that feeds right into your emergency psyche.
Yes, it does. Because you're pushing people, pushing people around
out of the way. I mean, for me, the only reason I pay attention to that is because I'm flying. If I'm flying with my kids,
You got
your
kids.
natural instinct is to put the mask on them first. Like you
Sure.
would feel like a jerk putting it on you first and just sitting there and watching Mara and Declan flail.
I think you
Now
would
I
put it on
understand why.
first. I mean, I think you would put them on them first as a
You're not
parent.
supposed to.
I know you're not supposed to. You're also not supposed to grab your luggage. But I think
Very good piece of advice.
the emotion, and the whole steam of it all going down, I think it'd be natural for me to put it on Wylene's face.
And then her just to sit there and watch and be like, yes,
Finally.
it'll never be my fault. He died in the crash. Somebody was grabbing for their bag, and then some horrible woman pushed that person.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, pay attention and realize how to get off a damn plane when it happens. This is happening too much.
Yes.
This can't be coincidence, because a lot of times when in the news, it's tragedy news, when something happens, the media automatically, you'll see it for the next month. It's like they're looking for it. They're looking for it.
Well, they're
this
finding
is
it.
just happening.
Yeah, they don't have to look too hard right now.
No.
I mean, it's just sort of happening.
And you know what the guy said for Delta? He said, flying is still the safest way to get somewhere.
It is.
I know that. But God,
You're like, doesn't
you should
say much
say
about-
that.
You're like, so that really gives me pause about all the other forms of transportation. Not feeling great about my options.
Exactly. All right. So Monday we left the show with you doing your the Barbie.
Yes.
The Barbie. What do you call it?
So there's
AI
a trend
Barbie
going
or
on
something?
right now where it's called the Barbie Box Challenge, where you can go into ChatGPT and you can describe yourself and make yourself into a 3D action figure inside the box.
Okay.
And so I was poking around with it and made a silly one with myself and my cat Murray.
I think it's still there. Gracie, can you pull Molly's up real quick that she had did on Monday? And go to the YouTube network to check this out, the Big Party Show. All right, so there's Molly right there. She's got a little kitty cat. Why is Murray in a box?
I don't know. They put him in a box.
Okay, you got a notepad, Barbie Party Crasher. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. I worked on some too, by the way.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
And I worked on one for you.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go first? I guess
I want you to go first.
All right, Gracie, I got 3 of them, so you're going to have to pause as you go. Then we'll push through it. So let's go to P1. This is my first attempt at Molly. Okay.
I knew it. I knew it. This is terrible.
Do you like the
Such a
slogan?
jerk.
Can you read the slogan?
Broadcasting truth, one beard at a time. Nice. That's really, look at all the wine. I need it.
Yeah,
Obviously.
look at the beach. Look at the beach glass, whatever the hell you collect on the beach.
Glass. Look at that.
Yeah.
The tiger tracksuit. Actually, I wish that tiger tracksuit existed. I would wear.
Molly, I thought of that when they did that with the over the left chest and then on the pockets. How amazing did that turn out?
It looks great.
So-
I feel bad. Mine's not going to be as good.
Okay, well that's
I
all
didn't
right.
do
You
that.
tried.
But I tried.
And this is Molly with a beard. So my second attempt, I realized that didn't really look like you. It almost looks like a dude.
Yeah, because of the
Right?
facial hair. Right.
So I went with number 2, which is P2. Gracie, please. So I stepped up on there.
I look like that old stand-up comic Gallagher.
Yes, you do.
Like I
Nice
look like I'm going to
mustache.
be taking a sledgehammer to a melon. What are you doing?
I love that one. The only thing I don't like is the color of the cat because it's not your colored cat.
No,
that's
it's
that's
not.
more Gracie's. David the cat. That's more.
David.
Yeah, more. All right, then I finally nailed it down and got number the third try at this AI Barbie. There you go. That looks just like you. See, that's nice.
Yeah, you're
Broadcasting
right.
truth, one beard at a time still, but no beard.
But I like that. I like that. Murray
There you
will not be
go.
happy with how he's depicted, but I think that looks fantastic. I thank you
Yes.
for finally doing one that doesn't have a beard.
Yeah.
That one's
Yeah.
probably the closest likeness. That's me in about
Okay.
2 hours. Just
In 2
hanging
hours,
out talking to
okay.
a microphone with my cat. Just no. I'm just kidding. Hey, let's practice on the microphone. Okay,
I did a couple other ones that I'm not gonna share because frankly, Wileen kept saying, "Why is that a guy? Why is that a guy?"
She's like, well, she's the man on the show.
Did you? How dare you?
I dare.
Did you put your photo in?
No.
All right, so I put your photo in. I actually put your photo in that Chat GPT and did everything to it, and that's how I got the third one. And the second, I just said add a mustache, add a beard. How amazing is that technology that they can do that?
It's really wild. I still want to play with yours. So I didn't do separate. Well, I did a couple separate edits, but I didn't share all of them. I just picked one. I didn't know we were going to do the full slate. Otherwise,
I just had it. And all that hours of time spent, I wanted to make sure I got something out of it.
I appreciate that. Okay. But I have one for you that I think you might enjoy. Let's see if we can.
Okay. Hey, I'm not that fat. Oh my God. Look at that. That guy doesn't even have a neck. How dare you? Am I that fat?
I think my favorite part of this is I gave him a "Who Farted" t-shirt. And
the hat.
The hat that answers it, and it says, I did.
We're adding that to our merch.
Both of them. Grace can attest to the fact that I sent a text and I was like, he's going to want this as merch.
Absolutely.
Who farted? And then the hat that says, I did.
I did, yeah.
I just want you to walk around with that outfit.
Oh, my God. Yeah, and you got the two girls there. See if people put two and two together. Oh my God, that's good.
The thing that came up that was really hard is
did you say fat guy? How did you just get this?
No, this is just the guy that they gave me.
Oh, quit it! You had to say fat guy.
No, I'm totally serious. I can read you my prompt. It was
look at his neck. Oh my God!
Take it up with ChatGPT. Apparently, they think that's a radio person.
Is my neck really like that?
No, it is not. And I tried to edit it a million times, so then it came back, and the next one was like super skinny. I'm like, well, let's not go crazy. I mean, we have to make this believable. I mean, the next one was like anorexic. I was like, well, no, not that fat, like skinny and down.
God. Yeah.
And then they came back and then they had one. And then, you know what was the hardest part for me?
What?
I didn't realize that we could add all those little things because I was going to, like, Gracie and I were going back and forth and it was like, we got to add tequila, like the actual
you guys are working on this together?
Yeah, we're ganging up on you.
Oh,
Girl power
Gracie,
activate.
Really?
She was giving me some great ideas. She mentioned tequila, and I was like, "Oh, right, tequila." And then
she mentioned fat face. She
did not. Gummy bears. That was the other one. Gummy bears. Thank you, Grace. So gummy bears and tequila. So those are two of the things that I wanted to like.
Were they in the photo? I guess I didn't even pay attention.
No, I'm saying this is the stuff that I was like, I want to be able to add. And so, I mean, and that was the thing is that like I was able to do some of it.
See, I at least did a nice one. So now you started a war.
No.
Gracie, you're part of this war too.
This is
Look
the one
at that. That's not even me. Oh my God, that's even.
That's what I was like. It's not him.
You know who that looks like? Your brother-in-law, Steve Flum.
No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Come on.
And so then I was like, well, no, bulkier. And then they gave me this guy.
And that's a different. I would have taken that one. That's medium. That guy has a neck. Gracie, do hers again. Pull hers up. God, I wish we can do it side by side. Look at that.
The one thing that I never changed in any of the edits was having the girls, Tequila and Remy.
Yeah.
And also the Who Farted t-shirt with the answering hat that said I did.
I love it. I just don't like everything all those wonderful, words are sitting on.
The thing is that I couldn't do it on here because it's just the front of the box. But I even thought it'd be really funny to have a T-shirt that says "Who farted" on the front and then I did on the back.
On the back. Wow.
That or a hat that says "Who farted" on the front and then I did over the back little part.
Okay, we'll share these.
I really like the answer. I like the call and response. I like that about it.
We'll share these on our Facebook, but also I'm encouraging you guys all to go to the Heard at One YouTube channel and subscribe to that and get all the good stuff, because Friday we have Fun Factory going on and you're going to want to be a part of that. I mean, I'll be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with watching and listening. You know, you can watch, you can listen and then watch. You can do all that stuff as if you have as much free time as I do. But yeah,
you're like, I could do it all. Like, and I do. You're like 17 of those views was
yeah.
In the bathroom. Okay, so one of the things that I do want to talk about that we both are fans of the HBO series The Last of Us.
Yeah, The Last of Us. Yeah.
Please tell me that you watched Sunday's episode.
I don't know. I did not watch it Sunday. I can tell you that now. Last night I zonked out, and I don't know if I watched it. To be honest with you, because I was so tired, I may have fallen asleep. I don't know, but I don't know if Wileen had watched it.
There is no way you could not know if you saw this episode.
Okay, all right, then I'm gonna have to. I can't go to Wileen and go, "Hey, did we watch this?" She's gonna say, "How much do you drink?"
Well, not the first time.
I learned not to ask questions about foggy stuff.
Like, I don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Wileen. I love you. Goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
No, the fact that anyone who has seen Sunday's episode of The Last of Us is like going to be laughing at the fact that you're like, I don't know if I saw it. I can't remember, because it is like an insane episode.
Okay.
Like, it is a show making, game changing. There's no way that you would forget and or not know
if we watched it or not. Okay.
Dude, you have one job. You're supposed to watch this stuff. Come on. I wanted to talk about it with you. This is such, it's killing me now.
Next podcast Friday, I'll make sure I catch up on it.
It's insane. Like, it's so, like, I need people to talk about it with. I wish I had like a forum or a group.
Friend or something. Or
wish I had friends. Friends would be nice. Wonder what that's like.
I hear you. Yeah.
Just you, me, and Peter, and my husband, who doesn't watch
Gracie's there. Gracie's there. Don't forget.
I went upstairs to him and I was like, this episode's bananas. And he's like, well, good thing you can talk about it on the show because I don't care. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, I don't need you. I've got my work husband. I'm going to go talk about it with Party.
And then I
show up and you're just as bad.
Yeah, I know. I'll watch it.
Surrounded by
I'll check it out for sure. I just wish some of those shows would go back to, just laying it all out.
Binging.
Yeah, binging. It seems like the shows I like the most are the ones you can't binge.
This is crazy cliffhanger. Like,
the
way it ends, I just don't even... It's bananas. Like, the whole episode, it had a moment in there, and it was crazy because, the girl or the main character who's in that is from Game of Thrones. She was played like the queen or the princess in that.
What's her name?
I can't remember her name.
Okay, all right. It's all right. I probably wouldn't know who it is anyway.
So anyway, what was crazy is last night's episode of The Last of Us was very reminiscent of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Like, winter is coming because, it's set right now in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and it's wintertime in the mountains.
Yeah.
So there's a big old storm. And so there's already that. And so there were parts last night where I was like, I wonder if HBO got to reuse some of their Game of Thrones winter wardrobe
all that stuff that they used. Yeah.
Remember how they just dusted everything with like flake snow and made all the bodies look like a certain way?
Have you watched, I'll watch it, I promise. I like the show. Have you watched The Bondsman yet with Kevin Bacon?
No.
How dare you?
What do you mean? What is it on even? What is it even on? I'm talking about HBO. You're like, it's on Temu streamer.
No, it's on Prime. Amazon Prime. Okay. Kevin Bacon, you'll love it. It's not your typical Kevin Bacon stuff.
All right.
This is good. This is really, really good. And it's bingeable. We've binged the whole thing. It's so good. So there's my recommendation there. And while I catch up on your Last of Us, you'll probably watch the whole thing back to back. The Bondsman.
Okay.
On Prime. So there you go. All right. Let's get back to work on those AI Barbies.
Yeah.
Coming back with another one on Friday. And again, hit us up, watch us and follow us and rate us and review us. And you can say bad things. We don't care. I like that stuff a lot. So you can do it on Apple Podcasts. You can hit us up on Spotify, anywhere, any major platform that does podcasts. And again, that YouTube channel, Heard That One Network. Make sure you subscribe to that because all of that stuff helps us and it, keeps us out there so we don't have to shut the lights off.
Please keep it going.
Please. All right. We'll see you guys Wednesday. Enjoy your day and do yourself good.